What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse ranch, no hate. Now, I saw a Fight Hype interview with Maricela Conejo, and she was asked about Baumgartner's comments about fighting Claressa Shields. I made a couple of videos about these two already, right? But, this further proves the point of what I'm saying to you guys. Like, things happen, and it's a business. People want to fight. They want to make money. I get it. But a lot of people just don't catch on. Like, a lot of you have accepted the fact that Joseph Parker and Tyson Fury will never fight. All of a sudden, they become bosom buddies. But that's perfectly okay. You know what I mean? You've had people urging that we might get Jermell Charlo versus Jamal. Like, why the fuck would you want to see two brothers fight each other, right? But it is what it is, right? Okay. Maricela Conejo was asked that question, and she actually was like shocked. She was saying, like, there's people at 147 because she sparred with Baumgartner, but she fought Shields, and he's asking about the fight, the interviewer, but she's saying she can't really believe it because they get along so well. Like, they were just together the other day, like everything, And this is my point as to, like, when somebody just come out of the blue with something. Let me say this. You see the incident that happened with Claressa Shields getting dropped by this guy in sparring, right? That's being talked about by so many people because it's a cool thing nowadays to be a coward, to be a sissy little weak bastard, because only a soft, weak, punk ass man would actually record himself sparring a female or allow himself to be sparring a female and have it recorded and then post the knockdown like that was something impressive. You know what I mean? So is it just a coincidence, you think, that out of nowhere all of a sudden Aycia Baumgartner comes out and make it known, not even just to say that she wants to fight Claressa Shields, but she makes it known that they were in the gym and she told her, like, why don't we fight? And Claressa told her, hey, you too small or whatever. But it's like, why now all of a sudden? You're not even in the same weight class, because when you talk now, it's a hot topic about her getting dropped. So now let me say this, and after people even talk about that, now people may even give her more of a chance to win, not realizing she got dropped by a man because, well, I don't even know this guy. He's still a man. It's not the point of whether you know him or not. So, she basically was like, I don't even believe this. Like, it's, like she said, the same thing. It's a business, and I get it, but this is what I'm saying. People are opportunists, man. And so even for Aycia, she might feel 100% this fight's not going to happen. But I know if I say this type of shit, it's going to get attention. People are going to pay attention to it. And hey, man, they might even start, liking me more because, hey, it's like, oh shit, she's calling out Shields. All of a sudden, they're not even the same weight class, several weight classes apart, but oh, Shields is ducking Baumgartner. This is the stupid era we're in. So this is what I'm saying. Like this shit just came out of nowhere. I remember even after the Michaela Mayer fight, and Shields went in. I remember her and Aycia hugging and talking, and they were, so it's like several times you done seen them together. They've talked highly about each other, and like I said, yeah, we get it. It's a business, and that's what people, the best want to fight the best. But it's like, what's all this now? Everybody 2-3 weight classes apart wanting to fight somebody that's not even in their weight class, And like I said, the fact that she's making a problem that Amanda Serrano wants to fight her, but at three minutes around, like, are you paying me? What the fuck do you mean, though? What the fuck do you mean? You got the same 3 minutes that Amanda get. So whatever the pay is what the pay is. Now, like I said, I'll say it again. I do feel like you should not pick and choose who does 3 minutes around. If the females are going to fight 3 minutes, they're going to fight 3 minutes. It should be all of them. The problem, like I said, is because women boxing is still at a point where there's still a lot of unpolished, sloppy fights. Okay, fighters out there. So 3 minutes around of that shit, yeah. And I do agree with Aycia Baumgartner that, yeah, most people don't want to see females fighting at 3 minutes around because the fights are just not that entertaining. Let's just be real. The majority of them aren't. Okay, but For you to have a problem with that, but then at the same time expect Claressa Shields to come down to 147. What the fuck does she need to come to 147? Let's think about it. What does she need to come to 147 to fight you for? She don't hold titles at 147. So this would just be a money grab, legacy fight for somebody to come down for what? You don't have anything that she wants at 147. And at the end of the day, I can hear the excuses. Well, she dared to be great. She went up, 2 weight classes or whatever. She went up 3 weight classes. It doesn't matter. When you want something, you ask for it, you get it. You better fucking show and prove. You better show up and show out. It's not just about making a fucking fight. And not to mention, to be honest with you, I don't, like I said, and listen, she should have supreme confidence that she can win against anybody she fight. I'm saying personally, I think she gets dusted off. She don't have enough to beat Shields. I don't feel like when I see Aycia Baumgardner, I see a good fighter. When I see Claressa Shields, I see a great fighter. I don't see them as even being on the same level. Like, it's not even close, man. Hannah Gabriel's in her prime versus Aycia Baumgardner. Just picture that. People, yeah, but she dropped the fucking flash knock. That shit happens. It's boxing. But what happened as that fight went on? Claressa Shields started to separate herself from Hannah, and she won the fight by far. Easy. Easy. Do you know how much better Claressa Shields is now than she was then? Whereas Aycia Baumgardner has improved, but she still, you see a lot of, you just still see holes in her game. You still see where she needs improvement. She's not on the same level as Shields. So the point is, the fact that you made it known that you you've been wanting to fight her and all, okay, cool, right. Well, imagine if Shields was going around saying, I want to fight Aycia Baumgardner. It'd be a completely different reaction. Why the fuck you want to fight somebody 2, 3 fucking weight classes smaller? That's exactly what everybody would be saying. They wouldn't be saying, oh, she's daring to be great. Even if she's saying, I'll go down to 147, they would be like, still, oh, fighting somebody smaller. If Shields said it, it would not be the same thing. So, just saying. That's what Maricela was coming from. The same, similar space from where I was saying, at that point. But yeah, out of nowhere, all of a sudden, it's like I said, man, it's no coincidence, man. These people are opportunists. They want to fight. I get it. But at the same time, like I said, all this, I want to fight everybody, and I want to fight people that's not even in my weight class nonsense. And it's like, okay, I get you. First off, you have to get past and beat a Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. Any of them. Now, you have to fight and beat them first. And you can be confident, that's fine. But for you to even go up to their weight class, and let's say that you hold your own and you win, then the reality is I'd be pulling for Aycia Baumgardner no matter who she fight. Now, if she fight Shields, I don't know. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, just saying, I don't go against Shields against any fighter. So I don't know. I might be kind of, it's like, all right, may the best woman win type of situation between the two of them. I mean, I feel like that regardless, but I always want to see Aycia and I want to see Shields win. But I don't see her fucking with Shields. I just don't see it. Like she's good, but she's not cerebral enough, man. She's not technical enough. She just all around. Okay, put it like this, right? If I was to rate them on a scale of from 1 to 100, in female boxing, Shields would be about a 96. Baumgardner would be about an 89, 90. Real shit. And let me say this. Let me make this clear. Michaela Mayer is a good fighter. But remember how Aycia was talking about her power, and the commentators kept talking about her power, and I said, her power doesn't matter because she doesn't fight that way. She fights with more finesse than she does power, even though she can punch. And when she puts her punches together, she'll do it in spurts, and then she gashes out, and every time she throws like a real big combination, she would gas out. So her punches are not coming enough. They're far and few to like she likes to she tries to throw accurate shots, and she does land, you know, good shots here and there, but it's like in terms of her putting shots together, knowing when to move and when to mix it up, like I said, she's more of an instinctive fighter. And if you listen in her corner, it's like the frustration starts early in the fight with her. That, come on, I need you to do this and that. All right, look, come on, I need you to, right? Like, to the point where it's like you feel like she make the fight harder for herself because she don't do this right, because those things are not seasoned in her to do. You understand what I mean? Whereas with Shields, she's more of a thinker. And I'm telling you, Shields is going to come to fight. Shields is going to pressure her. Shields is going to make her fight. And when that happens, you know what's going to happen? She wouldn't be able to keep up with that kind of pace. You can just see it. Okay. Anyway, that's a fight I don't even see happening. It's just like all that shit about Crawford and Canelo nonsense. Like, it's nonsense to me because, like I'm saying, there's still work to be done at your respective weight class. So all this shit, you know what, the great ones, that's what they want to do. Yeah, shut the fuck up, man. Shut your ass-kissing asses up with that bullshit. Yeah, I get it, but this is like a circus show. Let me say somebody's name. Like, what's going to happen next? You going to have the fucking Los Angeles Lakers out there in the court. What's next for you guys? We want the Dallas Cowboys. What the fuck, man? You know, so even for Aycia Baumgardner, you know, I like her and Shields both as fighters, but I'm just being real. I'm always going to be nothing but real. I feel like, you know, she's taking advantage of, you know, the situation that Shields just had with getting dropped. To where now she knows people are going, yeah, good for her. And now for her to say what she said, yo, I hope Aycia fuck up. I can't stand that shit. I hate that bitch. That's what people are saying. They don't like Shields. They glad she got dropped by a man. Because it's like I said, it's some cowardly shit. But as far as Aycia goes, like I said, I'm not knocking her competitiveness and all that. But yeah, I strongly feel like she took the opportunity. Even if she was going to make that video she made, that she added that part about Shields because of what just happened. Especially when you're cool with somebody. Because at the end of the day, you're in support mode. Like, hey, that was some cowardly shit. Someone who's already a man, who's already of the dominant species, has to hit you with the glove with no passing down. No, she didn't even mention that shit. And she was asked about, I seen the video, I didn't watch the video, so she might have addressed it in the video where it says she speaks about Shields getting dropped. I didn't even watch that video, so she might have addressed that. But my point is, that's not some shit. Like, okay, in other words, Joseph Parker wouldn't say anything negative about Tyson Fury. Now, he said that he would fight Fury if Fury wanted to fight, but, you know, Fury told him he don't, you know, and it's because he was asked that question. So because he's friends with Fury, now imagine, he trains with Fury, he's going to Fury about, you know, information on fighting Wilder. More than likely they're going to study tape, study the fight, watch Wilder, watch, you know, what happens between him and Fury and all that, and, you know, look at what he may be able to do against Wilder and all that type of stuff. Now imagine he does that though, and then all of a sudden now, let's say after the fight, somewhere down the line, win, lose, or draw, he starts saying shit like, yeah, man, I've been told Fury I wanted to fight him, you know, but Fury don't want to fight, so, you know, I don't care about his size. Because that's what Aycia Baumgardner was doing. I don't care about size and none of that. Shields didn't come out to the public and talk about that little so-called call out or whatever and all that. So I'm just saying, like, the fact that it came out now, it's kind of like, you know, when a celebrity gets put on blast for doing something foul years ago, then all of a sudden 35 people want to come forward now. Well, I just felt like I was traumatized, and now all of a sudden. So yeah, she's capitalizing on this. trying to get the momentum and try to get attention, like I said. Now, what I want to talk about also in this video, salute to Franchon Crews Dezurn, salute to Shadasia Green. Now, they fought last night, and see, people start making comparisons and start building people up to the point, like I said, remember a couple of months ago when I was talking about Shadasia Green saying she wanted to fight Savannah Marshall? I said, well, why not? They have around the same amount of fights, you know, and Shadasia Green, she has to prove herself. Win, lose, or draw, the fight should happen. It gets to a point where people think a fight shouldn't happen simply because, oh, I don't know this person, or they haven't fought nobody, but then you fight somebody who fought the same type of opponents or even lesser opponents. So it's a type of thing where female boxing is very thin, man. The way that, like I said, it's not one stacked weight class in female boxing, not one. So this is why they go up and down in weight so much, because they don't have, you know, but between 130, 140, yeah, they you know, between those three weight classes, that's where the majority of the name fighters are. And outside of that, you have Savannah Marshall and Shields and, you know, stuff like that. You know, like, look at Ramla Ali's situation. I mean, these weight classes, like I said, it's like big fish, small pond type of situation. Okay? She's in a weight class where you don't really know too many of these female fighters. So, you know, her losing and winning her title back, okay. But Ramla Ali name doesn't come up, and people in her division name don't really come up like that. Okay. Now, Ebony Bridges just lost, you know, but look, bottom line is people started comparing her to Ann Wolfe. Yeah, definitely the size, the build. They even brought it up in the fight last night. Yeah, she's this, she's that, and whatever. And it's like, okay, that's all good. But the point that I think what people are missing, right? Having certain similarities and having the same capabilities, actual same capabilities, are two different things. And it's not about trying to recreate somebody from the past. And that's why I don't really like all the comparisons when it comes to, like, you're trying to make somebody the new Ann Wolfe, the new Muhammad Ali, the new Sugar Ray Leonard. Like, no, they are who they are. These people are who they are. So what I say is this. When I watched the fight, and it's a fight that should have happened, if you've seen Shadasia Green fight before, okay, she looked better. And I'm going to tell you why she looked better. Franchon Crews Dezurn had that Sean Porter type style. She had that ugly style. She has a very ugly style. She smothers you. She smothers her own punches. She stays on top of you, okay? And she basically just pressure, constant pressure. She's not afraid to take a punch. Now, Shadasia Green showed you, though, how limited she is. And hey, the fight should have happened, but I'm pointing out the things that I saw where that worked against Shadasia Green. What worked against Franchon was this. Whenever Franchon would let up and keep at a distance and kind of, you know, play peekaboo with her, that's when Shadasia Green had the best opportunities to throw her jab. All right, work off her jab. The problem is Shadasia Green has no footwork. She doesn't give you angles. She doesn't pivot. She'll just completely back up, get space, walking, you know, she'll circle around, but she gets right back to her flat-footed stance. So it's like you just dodged a grenade just to land on the land, you know, and stepped on the landmine. That's what she does. So whenever Franchon would take her foot off the gas, that's when Shadasia was able to, like, land something. As soon as she starts to pressure her, Shadasia Green was just trying to bang with her. She was trying to, you know, out muscle, out hustle that way. So she showed you she don't have the mindset to box and move if she needs to. Give you different looks. One-dimensional. Franchon, I'm pretty sure her corner saw that. Like, yeah, she just going straight back and she doesn't know how to get away from your punches. And even though there was a lot of holding and hitting, a lot of, you know, wrestling around, that's what Franchon does. And that worked in her favor. And she won the fight. So there was no robbery there. There was no fucking, like, I wasn't surprised or shocked at all. I said, this is a fight between two good people. My thing was, we're going to see what Shadasia Green really can do now, because this is the best fighter she's fought by far. So it goes to show. Now, what people will be doing is, oh, see, she wouldn't have beat Savannah Marshall. I never said she would or wouldn't beat Savannah Marshall. I said, why not? Who the fuck else is out there for Savannah that's better or as good as Shadasia Green, right? So my point, it's not going to hurt anything. So with Franchon, and you can't go by that situation just based on that. If you're looking at the individual skill, like me saying, no, I'm looking at Baumgartner, I'm looking at her. And the point I was making about Michaela Mayer is, if Baumgartner knew how to put her punches together and not one punch at a time and then move and just jab, move, land one left hook, move, throw a 1-2 move, she could have knocked Michaela Mayer out. If she knew, if she put punches together the way Shields do, she probably would have knocked Michaela Mayer out. That was the point I was making. But she doesn't know how to put punches together that way. She doesn't. And now she looked good against Lenarditu, where she was putting punches together in combinations. She was, staying more active and more busy. That's what she would need to do, but that pace that Shields would make her fight at would be more than she could handle. I feel supremely confident in that. Just saying. Now, if fights keep going on and let's say she just get better and better and you see it, my opinion can change, but based on what I'm seeing her do. Not because she's showing confidence and saying that she can beat it. I need to see her improve in the ring. That's what I'm saying. I would go by the improvements I see in the ring, not based on what she's saying or what she, that's not it. Okay, so yeah, watching Shadasia Green, though, it's like, I'm like, okay, she's a little taller, got, looks rangier, a little bit rangier. She doesn't really, she's working off her jab stationary. Like I said, the little hop, then back straight out, then circle. She do that and then go right back to being flat-footed and go right back into just banging again. And it's like, it wasn't working for her. It was working against her. And so the boxing IQ didn't kick in. Like, nah, I need to keep this distance. I need to keep on the end of my shots. I need to be busier. I need to jab to her body. I need to double my jab up, step around with it, double up, come through, hit it to the body, give her angles, walk around, shot, fake, go around, nothing. It was just the same thing over every round looked the same. And Franchon did what Franchon does. I'm going to come in like a bulldozer, and I'm going to come in and smother you with punches. I'm going to smother my own punches. And Shadasia Green was smothering her own punches because she was trying to fight Franchon with her own style, and it just wasn't working for her. So, they came to fight, though. They came to fight, but that's like I said, Franchon is the same thing about Sean Porter. He has an ugly style, man. But it works for them. That's what they do. But Franchon, it would help her if she would learn how to not smother her punches. Be effective coming in. She comes in, she bangs into you, she just leaps in, she lets her hands go. She, guys on the break and tie you up. She's hitting and holding, hitting until the ref breaks you guys up. That's what she does. And, Shadasia Green didn't know how to escape it. So we seen where she's one-dimensional, basically. And that showed in that fight. When you look at lesser opponents and you feel like maybe she don't have to do more than what she's doing, right? This is a fight where I felt like she would have to do more than what she normally does. And it showed that, no, she didn't have it. She didn't have it. And Franchon's experience, her experience, her grit, I'm gonna come in here and punish you. I'm gonna keep coming. I'm gonna irritate you. It's like a fly in your face, you know, around your food, and you keep swatting and missing type of situation. You know, where, you know, and they were both landing some shots, but Franchon was pulling those rounds out because, like I said, Shadasia did not know how to switch up and do anything different, and Franchon didn't have to. That was the whole thing. She didn't have to. You see how when she fought Savannah's more mobile on her feet. You know, she throws her jab moves, she leans, she twists, she turns. She was able to counter, make Franchon miss. And Franchon, especially when she throw body shots, a lot of times she throw that shit so slow and she loop with it. And, you know, Savannah was able to make her miss, make her pay. You know, and she knew how to tie her up better than Shadasia did. You know, so what Shadasia didn't do in that fight, now you can take this as a learning experience and say she'll turn it around. Now she'll know how to fight Franchon if it's a rematch or that style of, you know, going in there fighting someone that roughs you up like that. So I think too it was an ego thing because Shadasia Green is supposed to be the big puncher. They always talk about how hard she hits. So I think she felt more like, I'm the big puncher, I'm not backing up. But that's the problem with punchers don't know how to box. So for Shadasia Green, I've seen how green she was before the fight. But like I said, when you look at the opponents, it's like, well, they're not testing her the way Franchon will. And you saw that last night. You know what I mean? But, you know, like I said, it was a fight that should have happened. And they like, oh, no, she should wait at least 3 more fights. No, fuck no. No, fuck that. She fought. She wanted to fight. They both wanted to fight. Now, the same way, Shadasia Green was calling out Shields. And when I said, she's not fucking with Clarissa Shields, man. That's somebody that she has only a puncher's chance. But overall, she don't have enough for Shields. Oh, no. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. But she's just not ready, man, for Shields. She's not good enough to fight Shields, to beat Shields. But, hey, if Shields want that fight, and they're not even at the same weight class. You know what I'm saying? But the point was, remember they had that debate, that little situation where she said she never said nothing about Shields, and Shields was just talking about her and whatever it may be. And see, I remember the interview. See, I told you these interviews like to stir up the pot, because the interviewer says to Shields, like, Shadasia Green is saying, like, it's her time now. She's coming for everybody and all this stuff. And see, the interviewer made it sound like Shadasia Green said some shit about her. You know Clarissa's not going to back down from nobody. So that's what they do. They stir up the pot. And, you know, it was some things that was said, but, like, at the end of the day, they're not even in the same weight class. So, for that, the point is, you know, we see many fights where I don't feel like one guy's skilled enough for the other. They get in there and then you see, nope, he wasn't skilled enough. But my point is, how much more better are you going to get? How many more fights? How much more time? No. You're going to just keep waiting. Keep waiting. Like I said with AJ. I said, well, Anthony Joshua is in a position where he needs to keep fighting, stay active, stay busy. But as far as him not fighting Wilder or not fighting Tyson Fury, no, he wanted that fight. My thing was, I didn't think he should fight him right after that Usyk loss, because the way he was in the ring, the meltdown and state of mind, like, nah, Fury's trying to get him while he's broken. You go through shit in life. I don't give a fuck how tough you are. We all go through some shit. We have a breaking point. We got to rebuild. We got to start over, reset. And that's all it was. Let him get the confidence back. That's all that was. He already been champion twice. Unified, 2-time unified champion. Get your head together, then get back in there. That was my thing. Not, oh, he shouldn't fight. No. Like Adrian Broner, that's a different situation. Adrian Broner, yeah, he's been a champion already 3 times or whatever, but at the same time, or whatever it was, but at the same time, Adrian Broner is at the end of his career. Nothing but losses to the top fighters. And pretty much, he's not dedicated to his training. He's always, you know, he's canceling his own fights. His fights is not, I mean, it's like the fifth time a fight of his has been canceled. And this was due to him. He's an alcoholic. He's not taking his boxing career serious. He's still immature. Blaming Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather for his own screw-ups. Stuff like that. So what I'm saying, you can clearly see he's not the same. And like the only losses that Joshua has is two of the top heavyweights out there. Okay, and one happened to be Usyk of all people. And again, Andy Ruiz, still another person that Fury or Wilder hasn't fought. So, you know, at the end of the day, man, it's like two different situations, two different scenarios. So yeah, you know, AB's at the end of his career, like I said, and it's for AB, it's like he lose again, man, it's over for him. It's already over for him. But it's like, what if he loses again, then what? What does he possibly have? All he is somebody that he's a punching bag for another up and coming fighter. If you saw Ryan Garcia's last fight, you know that if AB fought Ryan Garcia, Ryan would tear his ass up at this point in his career. He would tear AB's ass up. What would AB have done? Got his ass whooped. His fanboys would have been like, he had a great career, you know what I'm saying? He did this, he did that. Yo, AB, keep your head up. We ride with you, blah, blah. Okay, right. But then what? Why would you possibly, who else do you want to see AB fight after that? No, he'd just be, like I said, a punching bag for up-and-coming fighters. That's all he'd be. You know, so that's why I said for AB, well, right now, he needs to do nothing because he's a pawn on the chess piece. That's what he is. And you know what I'm saying? What he's trying to protect, the king and queen, the king he's trying to protect is, for one, the rest of his career, and two, his ability to make a big payday. Okay, that way, once the pawn gets taken, well, guess what? You went out with a big payday, and it's like, hey, nobody made you go out and spend all that money and blow your money and waste your career the way you did. So, you know, that's a different situation. And I'm making that clear because, you know, sometimes you say things in videos and people might not understand where you're coming from, and they see another video and go, but last time you said, yeah, I know what I said. Understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. So, yeah, so, you know, Shadasia Green, she went in there, she tried her best, and Franchon tried her best. They brought what they had that night. So my whole thing is this. If you don't know how to switch up on a fight, you don't know how to adjust and readjust and play chess in that ring, like, yeah, like Floyd. When you don't know how to do that shit, it shows you. There's levels to this shit to the point where sometimes number one and number two can be like, you understand what I mean? So definitely Franchon showed that her grit and determination, her style, the way she fights, it's a problem to people because she don't give them a chance to think. And when you don't have footwork, you don't have movement, you know, you don't have a boxing IQ, a person like Franchon is going to be a problem to you. Which is why I always laughed at the fact that people talk about Sean Porter beating Floyd. Like, man, get the fuck out of here with that crackhead shit. Sean Porter beating who? Floyd Sr.? Roger Mayweather? Jeff Mayweather? I know you ain't talking about Floyd. I know you ain't talking about the Floyd. It's like, yeah, nah. Sean Porter style, it shows you where his problem was not against other power punches. His problem was against boxers. That was his problem, because his style, smother, just come in, constant pressure. But when somebody knows how to give you angles, know how to box, his style looks pretty simple. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks pretty simple. You know, but at the end of the day, y'all, and I respect Sean Porter as a fighter because he was a good fighter, but he has an ugly style. Yeah, he has an ugly style. Franchon has an ugly style. Like, you know, and it works for them. And you know what I mean? When it gets to the point where round after round, the same things are happening and you can't make the proper adjustments, even if your corner's telling you what to do, is because these are not things you do in training. And this is a style you're not used to. And that's what we've seen with Shadasia Green. Now, you could have somebody else have the same type of style but still lose because they're not as effective. So it's not just the style, it's the person, it's the individual, you know. Anyway, but salute to the both of them. And I think that, you know, for Shadasia Green, yeah, you know, just go back to the drawing board, look at what you did in that fight, look at what you should have been doing, right? And those are the things that you add to your arsenal. It's always better when you can pull off the win and then go back and look at the fight and add to your arsenal. Sometimes because of a loss, people will become better because they take what they're doing, they take their craft more serious. But yeah, I hope, like, for her sake, what she understands and learns that, yeah, I can punch, but it does not hurt to learn how to fucking box. Same shit we've been saying about Wilder for years. Yeah, you got the right hand, bro, but if you add some skills to go with that right hand, it would do you a world of good. And for Shadasia Green, it's like, it was almost, just put it like this, it's like Foreman versus Frazier. Okay, the only difference in that, and in this fight, Shadasia Green was Foreman, and would be Foreman, and Franchon would be Frazier, but a different outcome. You know, Foreman was a bigger puncher than Frazier. Frazier could punch though. They both was two hard punchers, but Foreman was able to take Frazier's shots. You see that them left hooks he landed didn't even buzz on Foreman, but you know, Frazier couldn't take Foreman's shots. So the thing was, in that Foreman, you know how Foreman try to keep you out there, and then he actually push you, hold you out, put that little jab, then start clubbing you, and yeah. So you know, he neutralized what Frazier did. Two bangers, but one guy knew how to use his reach. He knew how to keep distance, and basically, even though he could punch, my point is he didn't stand there and try to fight Joe's fight. Let's just stand here and tuck our chins and just wing shots. No, he fought him smart. You understand what I mean? And so that's what Shadasia Green was lacking, was the ability to get that separation she needed, keep her behind her shots, give her some, you know, lateral movement, give her the angle she needed, and not stand here and let her wrestle with her. And that's Franchon's style. And to be honest with you, that's Franchon's strong point. When Franchon lays back and wait, she, you know, that's when her opponent has a better chance to land shots on her. And that's when Shadasia was finding success. It was when Franchon would take her foot off the gas. As soon as she put her foot back on the gas, her style was just, it was just too much. Like, it's like she was annoying Shadasia Green because Shadasia couldn't do what she needed to do. So now what you do is you look in the next fight that they have to see what success, what changes was made. What do you see, you know, Shadasia doing different? Franchon is Franchon. That's just what she is. Just, you know, constant pressure. She's another Jarrell Miller. She's another Sean Porter, another Joe Joyce. That's what she does, you know, and she's not going to do anything different. Her whole career, that's how she's fought. And, you know, right now, that's what she's doing more of, even more of. So when she gets a little bit tired, she gets a little winded, that's why she takes her foot off the gas. Get my breath back, let me get that second wind real quick, and then she's right back in there doing the same things. So, you know, they came and did what they had to do. And, you know, I just salute them both for that. But, yeah, that's just the way that went. And we'll see what's next for both fighters. Talk to me in the comment section about all of this shit. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.